Most people don't think twice about how they press a rivet or bend a piece of aluminum until they're halfway through a project and realize their hands just aren't cutting it. That is where this manual arbor press steps in. It is one of those tools that looks deceptively simple sitting on a workbench, but once you start putting it to work, you realize it is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you. The first thing that hits you is the build quality. It is cast iron, and you can feel that weight immediately. It feels solid, like something that is going to be around for a decade without giving you any grief. The anti-rust coating is a nice touch, too, because nobody wants to deal with a tool that starts pitting after a few months in a humid garage. What makes this thing actually usable, though, is the spring-loaded mechanism. There is a volute spring tucked inside that handles the rebound for you. It sounds like a small detail, but when you are doing repetitive tasks like stamping leather or punching holes, not having to manually reset the handle every single time saves a massive amount of fatigue. The rocker lever is long enough to give you some serious leverage, and the fact that you can adjust and lock it into position means you can find the sweet spot for your specific height or force requirements. It is rated for up to 1,100 pounds of pressure, which is plenty for most craft-level metalwork or leather projects. You get about 3 inches of stroke, which is usually enough for most small-scale forming, though you might find yourself wishing for just a bit more clearance if you are working with particularly tall molds. The plunger hole is 15 millimeters, which is pretty standard, so finding compatible bits or custom molds isn't going to be a headache. It is a versatile setup. You can swap things out quickly, and the anvil plate is polished smooth, so you aren't constantly worrying about marring your material or catching your fingers on a rough edge. Now, it is not perfect. While the cast iron is sturdy, the finish on the base could be a little cleaner, and the adjustment knobs feel a bit utilitarian. It is definitely a tool built for function over form. If you are looking for something that looks like a piece of art, this isn't it. But if you need something that sits on your bench and just works every time you pull that lever, it is a solid piece of kit. It is one of those reliable workhorses that makes the tedious parts of a project feel a lot less like a chore. For anyone doing regular stamping or light forming, it is a pretty straightforward upgrade that pays for itself in saved time and effort.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.